What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ragmal here today. I've got something a little bit different. I mentioned in one of my other videos that I'm going to start going through all of the standard maps that came in Black Ops 3 and just show a few little tips and tricks and way I go about things on the map just to try and help out some of the newer players. So if you guys are quite experienced at Call of Duty, you may know everything I have to say about this map and it may be a complete waste of time you watching this video, but this is out there for those players that don't really know what they're doing and are sort of struggling on some of the maps. So I'm starting here with Combine, as you can see. And I've spawned in on the C domination side because I feel this is the side of the map that gets spawn trapped the most. Now I know that Treyarch did go through and patch the spawns for this game, but I can still hold a spawn trap on this game with a few of my mates, so it's still doable. So what I want to start with is ways to get out of the spawn trap. So obviously people are going to be camping in lab behind this little bench here, so that way it is winnable. You can win the gunfights and get out of there, but it can be quite difficult. The other place people are going to be is they're either going to be sitting behind this flower bed or behind this sign or this flower bed. But a lot of the times no one will be sitting up here on the bird's nest, and if they are, you can probably kill the 1 or 2 people here quite easily. I either do it with a grenade, I just come from over the sign. Oh, that missed terribly. I get on top of the sign and I'll throw a grenade up over there like that, get the kill. And then what you can do, you can either just come out here and run this way, but the issue with doing that is normally someone will be sitting in their thing with a sniper or a LMG just lying down, aiming down sights. So I actually use this wall here. A lot of people don't know that you can wall run on that. Now there's 2 ways you can do it. You can come up onto this wall and then over onto this one, and that'll get you out to the middle of the map. Normally you can turn on this guy here sitting, come slide, and that frees up the whole spawn trap for your team. The other way you can do it is you can just go straight from running up the stairs, straight up onto it, and that gets you a bit further into the middle of the map, straight behind the Jeep. Again, you can turn onto the flower beds or anyone sitting here, because sometimes you will have people sitting here watching lab or watching up top there. So that's how I get out of the spawn trap. I've shown a couple of people that and they said it's really helped. Now the other thing I want to talk about is this big green wall here, the optic wall, green wall. Obviously most people, they come on here and they wall run like this. Now the problem with that is anyone sitting mid-map or sitting here, you can see them running along like this. Now, for example, if you are just starting to break a spawn trap and the enemy team are trying to flood back through mid-map to get you back in the spawn trap, they're going to see you running along that wall. Now, a lot of people don't know that you can actually run on the back side of the wall. It is a little bit difficult to do, and it can fail sometimes, and it's, you know, it does take a bit longer to get around. But if you are just getting out of the spawn trap, say you've just broken the spawn trap, right, instead of jumping straight on the wall run, it's more beneficial to sort of try and get around the back side of it here, because that way they can't see you running through on the wall run when they're mid-map. And what you can do is you can actually get in here and you can come up behind them as they're trying to get into the spawn trap again, or you can come down their street and, you know, you can get them and start trying to flip the spawns out so that they're spawning in C domination and you guys can get the spawn trap. Now, one last thing I want to talk about the C domination side is, say you are running wall run to get someone, you know, get some kills over here, and you get tagged up as you're running on the wall. There is actually a little ledge down here that you can stand on. It does put you out of the map timer, but only just. So if you're a little bit tagged up, a bit red on your screen, sit down here for a second, get your health back, and then pop up. Normally what will happen is someone will think, oh yeah, sweet, they've fallen off the map. They'll keep running. So you can sit down here and you can pop up, you can get behind them, get the kills, and then come down here and get a couple of kills like that. Now I'm going to move on to the rock side of the map, because that's one I know a lot of people have a bit of trouble with, because you'll have either people sitting behind this head glitch, and just aiming down there with either a sniper or an LMG or an M8 or something, or they'll be sitting behind that sort of water box there. Now, coming from C domination side again, say you're breaking the spawn trap, you've come through lab, you've cleared it all out right, you run out here, you come around the corner and bang, you're hit with a sniper straight, sitting behind the rock head glitch. Something a little different you can do is use this wall run here, because what it'll do is, all you do is you come into this corner. It does take a little bit, you know, you can't just run straight there, but move into the corner and get up and go high, because what will happen is they'll be sitting back here, just pretend I'm sitting behind the rock, and they'll be aiming here, just waiting for someone to walk around the corner, and then bang, they'll pop them with the headshot. So if you come up from a higher sort of altitude, I guess, they're not going to expect it as much, and as well, you're going to be across their point, like they can't see you here because of this wall. So you only need to travel sort of that far, and in the space of time of you going across there, chances are that they're not going to be able to move their sniper from aiming at a spot to up in the air and then get the kill, unless they're really freaky players playing on a super high sensitivity. And then moving on to what you do now is, so say you've made it past there, they're still sitting there. Some of your teammates push that and they get dropped. What I do is I run on this wall here, and then cut across here, so they can't see me when I'm on this wall run again. They have no idea where I've gone. I could have gone down here, I could have gone, you know. So what you do is I go onto this wall run, and then I come up through here, and I get the height up over their head and then spray them down. And that's how I sort of get around and break the spawn trap on rock side as well. So in a full movement system running all the way down, I'll show you how I do it. So say you've got someone sitting behind this head glitch and you know they're there. I'll come in and I'll go off this wall up into the air, so they see you zip past in a millisecond, zip past in a millisecond again, and I've ran out of boost because I haven't got afterburner on this class, because it's one I just made up for the purpose of the video. But you sort of see the idea. You can come across and you can jump onto this wall run, across to this wall run, and then up into the air, and bang, they're dead. And then that gets you, now you've got the enemy team flooding your spawn. Now, some people will just sit here and wait for the enemies to sort of push them, and it does lead to a chance of dying. But if you've run just around the corner, and you do have a bit of boost left in you, you can actually come onto this wall, and what you can do is you can come skyward, and you can get right into their face, and they won't know you're coming unless they're watching the ground for a shadow, but not many people do. They'll sit here like this, and they'll be pre-aiming these corners because they know they've just been killed there, and if you come through the sky, you're going to be coming right on top of them, and you'll be able to drop down on them and get an extra kill, and again, pushing the enemy back into their spawn. Also, in another video, I spoke about playing a bit more elevated, playing vertically, and that tends to stand for this map quite a lot too. Is what you can do is you can sort of, if you're trying to come around this corner, the enemy are capping B, you know that they're going to be watching you, so you can come around here and you can end up here. You can get the kill on this guy. I was talking to a friend of mine and he was running around this corner, the enemy team were capping B, and he'd get to here and there'd be someone sitting in this spot over here and he'd die straight away. I said, mate, hit that wall run up, jump, and then they won't see you coming. So you come up on the wall run, you jump, and you can start spraying before they sort of realise, because they're going to be aiming over this way. They're not going to expect you to come up here. People aren't used to people playing vertically on Black Ops 3. They were used to it in Advanced Warfare, but they're not so much in Black Ops 3. And it's the same again for anyone. If your team is losing B, you can jump on this wall and you can come here. Because what I do, and I'm a culprit of it as well, I'll sit here and I go prone and I watch the window and I wait for people to come here. I don't expect them to come from up here. So those are just about all the tips I got for you. One I will talk about, if for domination purposes, is you can actually cap the B flag from sitting on this truck roof here, or bonnet. The smoke sort of hides you a little bit from the side. You can watch there. If you're up, you can watch that head glitch. You can watch trash. You can watch green. So there are a lot of spots you can sort of cover here. And if you get a couple of teammates on here, you can cap that flag super effectively. So that's pretty much it. I will show you one last thing, and that's if, say, you're not in a spawn trap, but you know there is an enemy sort of camping up here. It's possible to hit it with a nade. Just jump over and lob your nade over there. It goes straight into the... Well, that one didn't, but it'll go straight into there. It does take a little bit getting it. I'm not real great with nades. I don't run them on very many of my classes. But you can get a grenade, and you can get it into that window. Or you can get your sniper, and you can just peek it. I've done it with assault rifles as well. You can come back here as well. If there is someone in your sort of platform, you can sort of just come up here, and you can get the easy cheeky kill, and then push forward, and that breaks the spawn trap again. That's pretty much anything. As I said before, that's I think all I've got for this sort of map. There's not many other tips and tricks I can really show you. I think the G slide's been patched now. It has, unfortunately. This is a post-patch or post-update video. But yeah, try some of these tips and tricks. They will certainly help you out on the map Combine. Oh, one last thing. I totally forgot about this. Sorry. Before I sign off, if you are spawning at ADOM and there is somebody sitting up on that platform, instead of trying to contest them from your sort of top little room, you can come down here onto this blue rock. It's called blue rock because it's a blue pillar and it's a rock. And you can actually go prone, and there is a little corner here that you can peek through. Now, you are still visible, but it definitely is, you got more chance of killing them there than you do if you try and contest them through that building up there. But that's it. That's all I've got for you guys. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, please like it. It really helps the channel out. Subscribe, because there will be more videos coming for each of the different maps on Black Ops. And I hope you guys have an absolutely awesome day, and I'll catch you guys later.